Let's see what happens if we go live. It's time to go live indeed. Today is Tuesday, November 16th, and we are starting a live stream right now. Let me start by making the stream public, because I don't even know if people can see it when it's registered as unlisted, that is. So whoever's here, let me know if you can hear everything good. And in the meantime, while I let people join, what I'm actually going to do is pop out the chat in this other window. Bring that over here. Go to this window right here, and I always forget to do this. There we go. And that's all we have to do. I think something like that will work. There we go, that's fine. And we'll just bring that over, and looks like we are in business. I just have to actually make sure that the live chat screen is visible on top of me. There you go. Hey Captain, how are you, sir? It looks kind of choppy, doesn't it? Oh, there we go, I got rid of it. That's sweet, I like that. Hey Broke Boy, what's going on? Welcome guys, welcome. So I'm trying to organize myself here a little bit. In the meantime, just fix this up. And one other thing real quick is I'll turn off that thing in the background. It's making a lot of noise for the microphone. What's going on, guys? Alright, let's see here. Trying to short something, but I hate speed. Yeah, I just got here. I haven't really started looking at the markets yet, so let's take a look at what's going on. It looks as though we're seeing a bit of a rotation down here in some FANG stocks. Not all of them though. I'm looking at Nvidia on that 1 minute chart going straight up, as well as Intel. Meanwhile, we've got Microsoft and Apple down, basically mirroring what the NASDAQ is doing. Microsoft looks the most similar to NQ in this scenario. I'm trying to make the stream look real cool, you know what I'm saying? Get myself, you know, smaller in the corner there. And let's see what's popping. All right. Let's take a look at what's going on in the bond markets. Last I watched here this morning, I looked at what the bonds were doing. We had a bit of a sell-off and kind of continuation and a bit of a rally from yesterday as well. Okay. Is the Dom like an active trader? I don't really know what you mean, but sure, maybe. Maybe yes. That's right. Doms are not quite aligned here. Okay, so that scanner is done, I believe. So let's see how this works now. I actually just need to do, I'm just going to run the scan really quick and see how fast it goes. At the same time, take out the alert manager. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so there's our correlations. So I can go ahead now and, where the hell is that menu? SC server settings. There we go. Change the intraday storage time unit to 1 tick. reload data, and let's see what you guys are saying. You guys are saying nothing. All right, cool. So now I'll just go to that chart and I will edit, download the data, go to date time, start from 2 o'clock, and I'll re-download that, and it takes 1 second to do it. Sweet. Hey Lucia, what's going on? I'm gonna be a Sierra chart expert soon. Ha, yeah, maybe. Oh man, you know what I'm finding? It's just too much to stream and everything. I don't have enough screens to get everything going, you know, so it's tricky to manage. But yeah, I can answer questions about Sierra if you guys have. That's for sure. This DOM right here, what can I put that's related to NQ? In this scenario, it looks like it's going to be Microsoft. That's fine. All right. So let's take a look at what the markets are doing here, finally. And OBS, I'll bring you guys over to this screen real quick here. And let's take a look at this. A chart that I haven't pulled up probably in a few days now. So as you can see, there's some outdated levels on here, which I can go ahead and delete some of them. Especially this, that's not very relevant. This is still relevant. This is not relevant, and this is not relevant. So this is a 15-minute chart for the NQ. And upon zooming out, we can see basically that, well, we've had a bit of a rally today. Let's get this going here. Yeah, it looks as though we've had a bit of a rally, especially off the open this morning. Consolidation in the early morning, and then a continuation here going into noon, and then we've been slowly just grinding our way up ever since. So this is kind of interesting. And in terms of any structure on the upper end here, there really isn't much, I'll be honest with you, until about, you know, these 375s down to maybe about these 350s, give or take. There's a bit of structure there that you can lean on, and we can go ahead and mark that in, I guess. Let's see. Here, I'll mark in a zone for you guys just so you can see what I mean. Starting from around there to around there. And that's a bit of upper structure. Other than that, it's a little bit ambiguous, I gotta say. There's a lot of ambiguity in terms of the structure there. Where we are now is we're still in a pattern of one-time framing. So this is a bullish market. I mean, we've just been grinding up all day here. Let's look at the ES and see if we can spot anything similar. Zooming out a bit, I would say there's a bit of context here. Definitely bullish above that today. And I can go ahead and delete some of this down below here. That's fine. And I'll see if you guys are writing anything. No, it's just Captain. What's up, Captain? NQ on the moving average, not down. I wanted a trap. Yeah, I didn't short it. It's option week. They can pump today, reverse it. Next day or Friday. Yeah. ES almost all-time highs. Pulled back. 5-minute ES was fair. Yeah. So let's take a look. Okay, so now I mean we're pulling back here on this 15-minute chart. You could say short-term bearish from 07.5, give or take, on that 15-minute chart. And it also happens to line up with a bit of this upper structure here in terms of the all-time high. But actually, really, there's not really much to lean on here for the bears. Like I would say right now, the bears are basically banking on this right now. The bears are banking on 07.5. If we hold below that, they have a chance to keep it in their favor. That's the all-time high, 1175. So we're basically, you know, within the ball game there in terms of an all-time high. Let's fix that there. And that's pretty much what we've got going on today. That's what the session looks like in terms of the equity markets. What about the RTY? Let's go ahead and look at the Russell 2000 just for fun. Let's see, how many days am I loading here? Not too many, I'll be honest with you, but in terms of the session, let's switch this to a 15. There we go. Okay, I'm only loading like 4 days, but it's not a big deal. In terms of this session here, the Russell kind of bearish off of the open, so that's how we can see the difference. The Russell was bearish off the open compared to what the Nasdaq and the S&P did. I don't look at the Russell too much these days, I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit of a weird market. I don't trade the Russell either. I traded it a few times, but it's a bit of a weird beast, I must say, and the liquidity's thin, and it's not, the playing field is different. Let's just leave it at that. So I would say if I want to be a little bit more accurate here, I can do something like this to get a little bit of a zone here. That's pretty reasonable, I would say, in terms of our the zone that's in play. Now what I can see right away on this chart is that my drawing, there's a setting here I need to fix in the chart settings. Let's fix that. It's draw non-highlight drawings underneath main price graph. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. It's draw highlight drawings underneath main price graph. You have to uncheck that. There we go. That's what I wanted. And then you can see my drawing appears on the top of that. So I don't really know how many people are watching, and I'm just kind of going with the flow, to be honest with you guys. Very slow sort of market, and I thought I would do a live stream because that's what we do. We pop in and do live streams every now and then. So a slow market, and I guess we could take a look at the bond markets as well, because I've been watching the bond markets more lately. So let's go ahead and look at the bonds, and I'm going to bring you guys over to the charts real quick here. Whoops, made a mistake. I don't know which buttons to click, man. I need one of those like keypad things that I can switch the camera angle because it's so technical. I definitely do not have enough screens here. Someone knows when are IBKR fixing the MSOS Monterey TWS income? You mean Mac OS Monterey TWS incompatibility? It's been a while. I have no idea, dude. I don't use TWS as a day trading platform, that is, and I certainly don't know about the drama they have going on if they have problems with Mac OS, because that's another problem for sure. I stick to Windows. So taking a look at the bonds here, 15-minute chart, we can see that the 5-year in the short term is a little bit stronger. So short-term bonds a little bit stronger in the short term here. However, on that daily chart, they're actually a little bit more bearish. So short-term, the short-term time frame, the short-term bonds are stronger. Larger term time frame, the short-term bonds are weaker. That's how I can see it around the yield curve here between the 5, 10, and 30. Let's see here. Let's look at the 10-year Treasury. We could see basically all we're leaning on is this in terms of structure. And what else we got here? Maybe a bit of this. And you can see how it does respect those zones quite well. And that's something I noticed about these bonds, is that it really does respect those supply and demand zones quite well. So I would say the most recent one would be right here. So you're looking at 12:30 seconds. Now we're trading at 6:30 seconds, 4.5 30 seconds is where we are currently on the 10-year Treasury here. Pretty bearish, I would say, on this 15-minute chart. If we so happen to get back above, I would say 6.5s on the 10-year, there's a chance we can go back and test some buy stops. But in this current scenario, below 6.5s, it's pretty bearish. Now I don't know what time the bond market closes, at 3 apparently. That's what my friend told me. So I think there's a chance for a bearish close here, and we'll see what kind of volume is trading into these things here. What's up, Shlomo? Hope you're doing good, sir. In terms of the 30-year, I don't even know if I'm on the right screen. Yes, I'm on the right screen. Okay, good. Let me make myself appear so I look. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. That's what I wanted. So the 30-year, there's no structure here to lean on. The only structure, I guess, it was here, and now it's basically here, I would say. 4:30 seconds. It's definitely bearish below that, and we're making new lows right now here. 29. 29's just traded here. Actually, 28's just traded on the 30-year Treasuries. Let's look at the 5-year real quick. As you can see, the 5-year is better positioned here, so This is interesting, down to 9.5, and in terms of our resistance, so we're looking at up about 1375 more or less. And if we want to zoom in a little more here, kind of the center of the range here around 12s. So there we go. Hi, thanks for the let's see, your last video about scalping and possibility of the micros is exactly the reason which led me to definitely stop trading after 2 years trading stocks and 1 year trading futures. Good years. Good luck to you. Yeah, Shlomo, I mean, look, whatever works for you, man. I just made that video just to highlight a few things, just to highlight the structure and certain things that I realized after looking at, you know, thousands of trades of my own results. And every time I see the same thing, you know, you lose a certain amount and then 3/4 of the amount you lost is in commissions. And then I started looking into like how that has an effect on, you know, your overall profitability as a business. And you know, so different people will make different arguments, right? Like some people will say, okay, your edge is not big enough to compensate for the fees. But then if you actually look at, if you traded the exact same way using the minis, you would see that the commissions would be impacting your P&L around 50% less, if not even more, depending on how competitive your fee structure is with your broker and whatnot. So like people who write things like that, man, I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. I mean, look, you don't have to stop. If you decide to stop, that's your own decision, you know. Like personally, me in regards to trading, for me it's more of a hobby than anything. Like I trade a lot. I'm a trader, but I'm not like I try to diversify my day, you know. Like I'm not gonna sit here staring at the markets all day. Absolutely not, you know. Like I admire traders who do that. Like I know guys who sit in the afternoon and who are looking at this shit. Like right now we're looking at this afternoon here because we're doing a live stream. But if I wasn't live streaming, I wouldn't be looking at the markets right now. Probably I would be probably working on videos or something. Hi, thanks for content, watching your videos. Do you play earnings and after hours market? Hope TTCF earnings will not disappoint today. I do not play earnings. For me, that's like, it depends on how you trade it, right? If you have an edge trading earnings, then fine. But I don't do that thing where traders they gamble on options into earnings. I don't play that game at all. Whoops, and I never will. I'm not interested in that. It's just like it's basically gambling. I mean, like unless you have, you know, a clear edge that you can define and you know exactly why that's your edge, then I feel like you're pretty much gambling, I would say. So yeah. All right. Well, bonds are not moving here, that's for sure. And we've been basically trading no volume. There's like no trades going through here in these treasuries. So let's switch over to the stock market and see what's going on real quick. And I really do not have enough screen space. I think I might bring the chat onto the other screen. I think that'll be better. There we go. Now I can see you guys over there. Is IBKR good for swing trading? Yeah, it's fine for swing trading. Absolutely. Why not? Why wouldn't it be? Any broker is good for trading. That's the point of a broker, is to allow you to trade. IB is just not IB is just like one of the most accessible ones. All right, check this out, guys. We're gonna scan through our symbols and see where our correlations are to the NQ. Let me just make sure that I'm set to the right. There we go. Symbol FUSNQ, correlation coefficient. The formula's in there, 91%. So we're looking for more than a 91% correlation. Let's go ahead, scan. Boom, go. Oh, it has to download historical. That's odd. I thought I already downloaded all the historical data. Why is it having to download it again? So my scan is going slower than I thought. I have to fix this. Never mind. Trade service settings. Let's see. 1 tick. I had it set to 1 tick. I downloaded the historical data before the stream started, so I don't know why I have to do this now. Anyways, I'm gonna look into it. I might have to submit a ticket to their support board and whatnot. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hello Marius, what's up? Hello Trader, what's up Trader Kanuko? What do I think? What do I think about what? What do I think about what? Donuts? Chickens? What are you talking about, huh? How long do I trade? I trade the morning, first hour and a half. And then I don't want to do business in anything else other than that. But it depends, right? The markets change. I try to do business during volatility, you know? And then, but it depends. It's not as simple as just that. MVIS. I could take a look at it. I hope it's a NASDAQ stock. No, Jiffo, actually, believe it or not, that's the best condition to scalp in because there's more of an inefficiency in the price. I'll show you MVIS on a daily chart first. If I can get my window properly here. It's pretty dead, I must say here. These ranges are pretty dead. You're basically looking at this in terms of bullish, you know, around those 780s. And then you really want to get above 950 as a bull. And right now, this is the intraday price action here for the same stock. And it's kind of bullish, right now, for the last couple hours or an hour or so. We're trading up to the session highs. So short term, 15-minute chart, this is bullish. This is all bulls. So right now, you're looking up at this in terms of your resistance. You got a bit of supply coming up at 909 to 915 area, as high as 920. So you can make all of this your supply zone, basically. That's your supply zone right now in play. So if I was long this stock right now, I would have limit orders here to sell. And this is what the big dealers are doing too. You don't have to believe me. But they're going to put their limit orders there too. If it gets above that, it's got room to go to 945, etc. And then maybe even 950. Daily chart above 950, like we said. It's got room to go higher. Oh man, I keep losing the chat. Welp, if you only focused on NQ, it doesn't matter. Did you have some good trades last days? I remember you talked about how you are struggling last time being live. I hope you are doing better. I haven't traded much this week, to be honest. I think I traded a bit the 5-year bonds yesterday, and they're pretty good for scalping, I must say. But I haven't had a lot of time to trade. But while I'm live, I don't really trade. And especially now the market's not even moving. I've been looking at the NASDAQ trade at this price here for the last 15 minutes, doing nothing here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Don't you have a mentor? What does he suggest you? You know, I've had a few different mentors over time. Right now, I talk with a few traders, so I guess like I wouldn't say I have like a mentor right now in this exact moment that I'm like working with to trade, you know, like to develop specific trading methods. But I'm at a stage right now where I have all the tools necessary and I don't require the help of a mentor necessarily. I just have to kind of put the puzzle pieces together on my own, you know, because like, you know, you can have as many mentors as you want, but at the end of the day, if you still can't put the puzzle piece together yourself, the mentor's not going to do anything for you, you know. Can't force my will in the market. No, not to short it, though too much when it's dull like this. Yeah, for sure, my man. Your average price is $13.29. Well, you know, sorry to hear that, but that's the way it is, isn't it? That's how the cookie crumbles, huh? $13.29. Like I told you, you got to get above the $9.50. If we can get above that, you have a good chance. $13, I don't know. You know, this happens. It's happened to me in the past, I'll be honest with you, VRL, where I got into some questionable penny stocks, I guess you can call them. And I never used the stop loss. I never stopped out of the trade. And it just kept going against me slowly, until it went to zero, that is. Or close to zero, or until I reached my pain threshold on the stock. So yeah, be careful with that kind of stuff, you know. The market can always go further than you think, and it can also defy fundamentals for quite a long time, you know. There are some scenarios where the market respects fundamentals as well, but there are a lot of scenarios where it doesn't also. So basically, trade what you see, not what you think. Where's my chart there? It's still scanning. Oh my gosh. I gotta fix the scanner. Oh well, I messed that one up. It's probably filling up my C drive like crazy too. Do people consider end of a session of 4 p.m. Eastern or 4 p.m. in 15 minutes regarding futures? You'd have to read up on that, but the close of the cash market is 4 p.m. I believe, and that I don't know exactly what that extra 15 minutes thing is. It's a 5-minute chart on the ES and the NASDAQ. You think it's time for a little rally, guys? Take out some buy stops. Well, it's already going, so. Do you use Elliott wave theory? No, I do not. I don't know much about it. I don't know enough about it to say that I can trade it or whatnot. Trade up to 17s here on NASDAQ. Now we're at 16s. I was down at 8s before. You guys saw that. This is a slow moving market. Wow, the Dow is not even correlated. I'm about to pull this out, seeing as what just happened there. I've definitely got too much stuff going on like what in terms of the stream, the chat, the thing, the scanner, whatnot. I have to fix my stuff a little bit. I've seen traders who use Elliott Wave. I never got into it per se. I look at pure price action. That's what I look at most. Yeah, thanks, Fiorel. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, it's funny sometimes, you know, like when you see a guy, all he's doing, he's got a fucking chart of Bitcoin up, and he's just, the title of his stream is like Bitcoin's going to 100,000. You got people clicking on that nonstop, you know. But I can't do that. I wouldn't do that. It's not my style. And in a way, it's better. I don't know. I prefer to have a niche, you know, just do my thing and mind my own business. And you know, like every now and then I'll make a video and it's like a little bit controversial, like where you'll get people commenting and I can see, you know, and the trick is if you're a YouTuber, and I know probably you guys watching this are not content creators, but if you are, you got to know this one thing, is that you can't take things personally. Like when someone posts a comment on your video, you know, like I always take everything I read with a grain of salt, you know. Like in the sense that you're gonna get guys that are saying, hey, this guy's a jackass, don't listen to what he's saying, you know, this and that. And like, I'm not the type of guy that I'm trying to prove myself that I'm not an idiot or whatever. Like, look, if I'm gonna make a piece of content, I'm making it because I decided to make that video. You know, like I know what my purpose was in creating that piece of content. So for me, I don't overthink it. You know, I just go with it like that. Whereas some guys will take it personally, and really what that is that's your ego. Actually, that's your ego. You're the red angel on one side of your shoulder that's saying, hey, you know, you better answer this guy back, because if you don't answer him, you're gonna look like an idiot. But that's just the ego, man. The better thing is just to let them talk in the comment section and then answer the comment. Like I try to be helpful. If I answer comments on YouTube, I'll try to answer it properly, you know. And also, if I made a mistake in a video and I realize it, I'll definitely go back and correct it, or I'll write in the description an edit or something that I have to fix, you know. Like I made a couple pieces of content I made regarding margin accounts in IV. I definitely, the way I presented certain information, I'm kind of messed up on just a couple of small little things, like in regards to talking about the negative cash balance and whatnot. So like that's one thing I have to remember to do, is go into the description of that video and just like make a quick note and just explain that clearly, you know. So if people write on the videos and they're writing hateful comments, like, look, man, that's their business at the end of the day. And that's it. You got to get used to that stuff. Do you play video games? Yeah. I was playing on the weekend. I was playing with my friends some Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. I don't know what I like about that game, but it's kind of cool. And this, you know, like it's very high decision making related, I guess. PROG. I'm getting it. Downloading historical, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I can even get it on the DOM. That's how high tech I am. Watch, I'll put it on my screen right here. Come on, let's go. Buy my price MULT1. There you go. There's Prague for you, man. 480, 479. I don't have the order book, but I can see the live bid and offer, I guess. And I'm not connected to a live trading account on this DOM either, so I would have to be trading at a demo. But yeah, that volume's big. I mean, look at that. You're seeing thousands and thousands of shares transact there. And that 1 minute chart too. IB bid at 474 right now. That's my type of trade. Let's see. And that is a demo account, by the way, so. What software? I'm using Sierra Chart. The most lightweight software a trader ever will use. And I can even prove it to you by showing you my CPU usage. So basically, right now I have a total of 8 DOMs and over 20, 30, 40 charts maybe, because I have 2 chart books open with like 20 charts each. And that's how much CPU is being used by my trading platforms. Look at the Sierra chart. This is the one with the DOMs on it. It's using nothing. And this is the one with the charts on it. It's using nothing as well. OBS is what I'm used to live streaming right now. That's what's taking up all my CPU. I didn't get filled on my bid at 74, so I'm pulling that out for now. As we're back at 480. What's interesting about Prague is that it's not correlating to the NASDAQ at all. At all. I mean, look at this. Microsoft is correlating. Yeah, Captain, I'm not gonna load 1 million worth of days. Yeah, sure. How are you getting level 2 data? This data feed is coming from Sierra Chart. What would be a sign at the top of the market? I have no idea, bro. What do you think I am? Do you think I have some kind of crystal ball or something? Markets can get irrational and stay very irrational for a long period of time. There goes Prague trading 489s now, baby. 487s. Up to 90s. You know, these 90s like I could scalp him short right at the 90 handle, but we came one tick before it, so for me that's the trade already, you know. 489. That trade already happened. You might get, you know, you might get a chance at 480 even, but even that I don't like it as much, I'll be honest with you guys. Like I'm thinking like 80 even, 77, you know, and don't pay attention to these stops here. That's just emergency stops. I do use IB, yeah. I use IB for my longer term investing account. I use IB. I would use IB if I traded stocks more. I would trade them through Sierra charts, but my account traded would be on IB. Trading more stocks, wall at 496. Yeah, see, I can't see that on the order book, but honestly, I don't believe that's even relevant to what's happening right now in the price action. But maybe it is, and that also happens to be the highest tick on that 1 minute chart there. I won't short 490 in this scenario. That's for sure. Because of the way we consolidated here, I definitely wouldn't short 490. But thanks for pointing this stock out, dude, because this thing is moving more than the fucking NASDAQ. So thanks for sharing that. See, this is what this is all about. Ideally, this is the best scenario where I start streaming, and then you got, you know, guys coming in here and say, hey, take a look at this stock, take a look at that stock. And you got the ones moving big volume, like this one is moving pretty decent volume. And that's the scenario. Use slightly above for a target. 503 just below the high of the day. 503. I guess so, yeah. If you're interested, yeah, sure. Do you link your IB? No, I do not link my IB data to Sierra charts because IB's data is, without using any PG-13 words, it's trash basically. Let's see if I can scalp in the even bid here. That would be nice. And I guess not. Too slow. I'm pulling 80 out. I pulled 80 out because it's too slow. As you can see, it went right through 80. 79 now. It's stuck on 80. It didn't really go through 80 much, but it's stuck right on it. I believe it's going to keep going. Maybe 5 cents lower here. Psychological. I think it's going to flush through 80. If it trades 80 again, if it keeps trading 80, it's going to flush through 80 down to 75. And in that case, I would short it for a few ticks. But the problem with this is like, you can't short this. You can't short stocks like this. Good luck finding the shares to short. I don't know. So trading more stocks, he says use the 503 as a target. I'll be honest with you, I would be paid before the even number. You know, you might have a limit order at 503. I'll be front running your limit order at 499. You know, that's how I think. Okay, this thing's about to run right through 480. Watch. Told you. I'm short one at 479. Let's see. If it's above 480 again, I'll scratch. And I believe that's just like one share or something, but it's just an example of a scalp trade. Watch 480 offers. If we go back bid 480, I'll scratch for a tick for a cent. We're trading 479s now. 479s now. 475s. Sorry, 78s. Mm. 480 again. And there we go, 478s. I'm short one at 479. I could have had 480 though. I could have had that 1 cent at 480. So theoretically, the market makers are short from 80s right now. And theoretically, it should flush any second here down to about 75s. It shouldn't go back to 80. If it does hold 80 bid, like I said, I scratch for a tick. But oh, I saw an 8,000 print at 80 bid at, oh, there we go. 77's now trading. 77's now trading. Come on, boys. 78, 77s. Now 76 is trading. Now this is the type of trade that I obviously wouldn't let this go back to break even. And it's right on break even right there. I'll let it test 80 another time. If not, I scratch right at 80. 80's trading again. 79's. It's just chopping. That's not great. Not a lot of momentum here. '80's now trading. '80's now trading. All right, I scratched. As soon as I saw 81's print, I scratched at 80 bid. That's how I trade, guys. I take small risk. Now, I believe here this 85s, like if we can see a move up here, 85s on the offer. And if it holds and it start going back down, I'm short biased on that all the way. PROG. I don't know what you guys are saying here. Relative volume. Stock data. Do people really make 50% a year on Wall Street bets? What percentage of people make 50% or more per year on Reddit? Seems like everyone's killing it. I don't know, man. I don't listen to any of this shit. I don't look at Twitter. I don't look at fucking Wall Street bets. I don't look at any of that shit, man. That's all just, it's just all noise. Stay away from it, man. Ross Kamen is using scanners to make tickers pop up automatically on the top of the scanner when it has a high move like alerts. But alerts we put manual. Is that available in IB? Yes, you can have a scanner in IB like you described. Okay, this is let me look at these prints here. 79s, 5,000, 6,000 print, that's 79. I'm short in this thing. No. If it comes back to 79s, let's try 78s maybe. Okay, I got filled at 78s. Right on that offer. I got the edge too, because it's not trading 78s again. I got filled at 79s too. Let's see here. Is it going to be a scratch? It should theoretically flush at this point, I believe. I believe it should flush down to at least 74s or something. So I'll watch how it trades when it gets to 74s. I do not like the way it's trading here at all. Okay, that's fine. 78 print on a downtick. 78 print on a downtick. This is still good, still good, still good. 77's now printing. 75's now printing. This should flush. And the NASDAQ is selling off here at the same time. It's not really helping the stock to go lower. 75s. I might just take one off here. If we start printing bigger numbers, I'll take one off. 2000. I took one off at 76 because it's just chopping. And now theoretically, well, we're in a pretty decent position here. Again, I don't even know if this would be theoretically possible in, oh my God, look at that flush. Give me a fill right at, oh my God, it went right to 471, didn't trade 470 evens. Technically, this should flush. This should... Oh yeah, that should flush. But we'll see. Maybe not. Actually, above 74 is the area. I can scratch this potentially here. If we start seeing bigger prints. 78 prints. 77s. '77s is still looking all right. 78. I'm about to scratch here. 78 print. There we go. 77s. I don't really care. I'll take what the market gives me. That's the thing. Like I don't take this shit personally, you know. And I'm on a demo account, so even that's like total bullshit. But this would be like one share basically. I think I'm short one share. Here it goes now. Trading 74 bid. What's the low here? 65, 66? That's exactly where I'm putting my limit order. '74s. Remember, it's all about 74s. You scalping options? No, I'm scalping a stock that some viewer shouted out in the chat. It's called PROG. And I'm about to scratch this last share here. Yeah, I scratched it right there at 77 for a 2-cent profit. Trying to figure out my style. It's a little hard to describe without giving you all the details. Alright, let's see if the scanner is going to work now. And it does work. Wow. Did I just do the whole scanner and nothing came up? Okay, let's try this again. Clear the log. Turn on the scan. Wow, nothing. How is that possible? Apparently nothing is 90% correlated to the NQ in the last. Let's switch it to a 1 minute chart and do the same scan. Wow. Okay. That tells me that's quite weird, I must say. I'm gonna fix it. Maybe that's not supposed to happen, that nothing comes up. So let's do it another time. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna set the parameters of this scan a little bit less aggressive. So let's set it to an 85 or an 86% correlation. Okay, let's do the same scan now. Okay, I got one already. Nvidia, baby. Nvidia is 80% correlated to NQ. Yeah, boy. That's the only one I got. Even Microsoft's not even 80% right now. And I think it's because I'm scanning over a bit of a larger time frame. I'm scanning over 50 bars, so I can fix that as well. So let's put NVIDIA on our screens here. There's NVIDIA. There's good old NVIDIA. And I also have to fix something about NVIDIA, is that the tick size is too small. There you go, NVIDIA. All right. What are you guys talking about over here, huh? Come to GGPI, just breaking out. GGPI, yeah, GGPI, huh? Here comes Prague again, trading these 80s. I think Prague is now more bullish at this point in this scenario. If it stays above these 80 offers, look at the way it's pumping up here. 80s, 83. But it's also bearish. Get this. If we trade these 80s to 85s again, and it fails them another time, then there's a good chance it's going to make a new low. Now let's take a look at the stock that you're talking about there, Mr. GGPI. This is a super cool look, having equities on a DOM. Yes, sir, dude. I see GGPI is popping here, trading at 15 and 85. There's a lot of questions in the chat, guys. Do you know any good DOM drills for scalp? No, I mean, look, I do have drills that I could share with you, but I'm not gonna share them on the live right now. What do you like about Ironbeam? So Ironbeam is my broker for day trading futures. I mean, they're just solid. What you got to understand is that not every broker is for every client. So, you know, if you're looking for a futures broker, you know, you have to reach out to different ones, but I'm just sharing that Ironbeam is my broker, so just in case anybody was looking for a broker. But yeah, what I like about Ironbeam is that it's a relatively small medium size, and it's not like AMP futures, which is more like Walmart. So if you need like more of a personal interaction with your broker, then that would be one of them. NQ fades the market. Here it comes. GGPI is pulling back now, and the NQ is ripping here. The stocks that you guys called out to me are not correlated to the NQ at all right now. Like, they're literally opposite, you know. This PROG, guys, look at this, look at this. Coming up to trade 84s now. Let's see. 84s, 85s. Look, I mean, look, if this thing can pop 85s, it has a good chance to rally here. Look at how it's trading now. We're going to see. That's one trade I see, a potentially good trade. Nvidia's dead now, kind of. Nasdaq's kind of popping. Nvidia's down sideways. Fat cat, yeah, man. Totally. 85's trading now on PROG. 86 is trading now. I bid him at 85. Let's see what happens for a scalp. I bid him at 85. I'll scratch for a tick if I need to. We're trading 86s already here. We're trading 86s now. We're trading 87s now even. And I'll scratch for a tick on 85. I scratched at 85. As soon as I saw it come back and trade on top of 85 on size, I just scratched that. But I was looking for quick momentum basically. Now we're back at 84s here. As you guys can see, I'm not much of a hodler. I'm the opposite of a hodler, actually. 83s now. 83s now. 82s now. 82s now. Now it's on the short side, guys. Now it's short biased. 80 even bid now. Look at this. Look at this. Trading 80 even bid. Could we get a fill at 82s maybe? 82s. There's a bit of a spread in this price. 82s. I don't quite like that on an uptick there. 82 offer. 83s now. 83s. Now value's moving back up. 83s. Not my style. I'm out of that. I'm out of that. Pulled that order out. 83s now. We're 83s here, guys. This can go either way at this point. We're in the center of a range. We're in the center of a range. Mr. Trader more stocks here. I think you're pretty bullish on this, aren't you? He's like, he's waiting for it to break out. But what are you going to do if it goes the opposite way? Now it's chopping 83. It's not doing shit here. Now it's doing nothing. The opportunity was on 85s. That was the trade location. There was a good 5-cent scalp there if you had it. Now theoretically, how many shares would you have to scalp to make like a decent trade there? A 5-cent scalp times 100, that would be $5, right? Times 1,000, that would be $50. So if you scalp the 1,000 shares, 5 cents is a $50 move. Okay. So my share size would probably be around a couple hundred, I think, a couple hundred. If I could scalp around a couple hundred shares at a time, I would be in business in this type of stock here. For my own risk tolerance, that is. Okay, now it's flushing these 80s. Sorry, I'm new to your channel. Do you use Ironbeam Fire Tip platform? Actually, believe it or not, I've been trying it out on the sidelines. I haven't done any videos on it yet, but it's between you and me, it's really good. Actually, it's quite good. I mean, look, I'm a Sierra chart nerd, so it's a little bit hard to beat Sierra chart, but it's pretty good. It's pretty surprisingly good. So I'll keep you updated on that. So it flushed out 80 here, down to 78, and now we're back up to 85. Man, this thing is just chopping around, but it's setting up for something, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, like, look, there's so many advantages to Sierra chart that you just can't get around. Like, look, I mean, look what I'm doing right here. I'm displaying to you futures as well as stocks on the same screen, and I can recenter them all at the same time. You know, like, come on, dude. Like, just, you can't beat that. I can also scan for, I can scan for correlations, guys. I can take any stock in the entire market right now, and I can scan through the all NASDAQ listed stocks and find out which ones are 90% correlated to that stock. Find me another platform that can do that, please. So you know, like it's a bit night and day sometimes. Okay, guys. I mean, look, it's going here. 80. I mean, it's going. 87s. Let's see. Oh, 86s on a downtick. 86s on a downtick. If we start seeing 85s on a downtick, that's going to negate it. 85s traded right there. 85s on a downtick now. 85s. Now 84 is trading on a downtick now. Now 84 is trading. We're going back down, guys. 84s, 85s. 84s, 85s. Short it. 84s. '83s print on a downtick. 82s now, guys. 82s now. 82s printing. 82s printing. 83s printing. 82s printing. 83s chopping. I'm short at 84s. 84s printing. '84 printing, 85 printing, 85 printing. I don't want to see 85 print. 85's not printing a lot. 85's printing. Oh, 85's printing. That was quite a lot there. And now 84 is again on a downtick. 100 lots at 85. Ooh. That's a bit of a danger zone here, guys. I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna and there you go, it goes. Okay, it took a bit of a second there. 81's printed now. Down we go, down we go, down we go. 78's. 78's just printed there. This thing has room, guys. This thing has room. 80 even bid. You think it's going to hold? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know why I'm not short ES. ES is full of shit. It's fucking chopping in fucking eternity. At least this stock is moving. PROG. Look at this shit. I'm fucking making 5 cents here. 5 cents a share times as many shares as you trade. You do the math. 80 even bid. I think it has room to go, guys. I don't know. 80 even bid. Now we're 81 here. Let's see. 81's trading now on an uptick. 80 even bid on a downtick. Let's see. Where are we at here? 79's trading now. And 81 again, 81 again, 82 again, 81 again. Still printing on a downtick, 81. Ah, 84. Why did it do that? You see, you didn't take the money when you had it. Now it's going back against you, huh? Now, of course, if it prints against me 85s, I'm out for a 1 tick scratch. Of course, because I ain't a gambler like that. But I'll give it a second here. Like, I'll allow a print of 85, but we'll see if I even have the time to react to it. Oh, look at those 82 prints. MJ, you're overreacting, dude. A market is a market, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. They all trade very similar. Okay, I'm about to scratch here. Oh, yeah. I scratched at 85. I'll get back in if I have to. And there it goes back down 3 ticks to 82s. But it's just too risky. I saw all those prints at 85. It's too risky for me to stay in that. But now it looks like it can crash another time. Contextually here, 1 minute chart, I think. I mean, look, if it trades 85 again, it's going to 90 and higher, maybe even $5. And if it doesn't trade 85 again and continues going down, I think it has room to go to 70. That's funny. Whoever, that guy who was writing about GGPI, when you typed it in the chat, it was at the high of the move. Now it flushed ever since you did that. Ever since you were talking about that. Yeah, this shit prog is not moving. It's not moving. It's garbage. I mean, it could flush, but it's not moving enough. It's not moving enough to scalp, that's for sure. Forex, nah, not my style. I want to scalp things that are moving around a lot, that have like a lot of like retail participation. Yeah. How does a new Fed chairman affect markets? Would they tank an announcement? I don't know, to be honest. How long did it take you to learn Sierra chart? A lot, not that long. Look at this flush. Look at this beautiful flush here. 73s. Now it's going back up. 75s. 76s. 74s. 75s. 76 is printing now. '74 is printing now. 75s again. 76s again. 20,000 shares printed there at 76s. Man, there's definitely some institutions playing the stock. I mean, like, look, that's quite a lot of volume. I think it's gonna flush in this scenario. I mean, contextually, it has room to trade at 470 at least, which is basically a 5-cent scalp in this case. Let me take a look contextually. Boom, boom, boom. 81. Yeah, bro, Denali is the best. What are you kidding? You can't compare, bro. You can't compare, bro. I've compared. That's why I'm allowed to say it. But for the stock data here, this data is not from Sierra Chart. It's from Bar Chart. That's their provider. But they're coming out with their own stock data feed soon, which is going to be pretty cool. Watch this area here, PROG, it's pumping. It can pump 81 as high as 84, I would say. This is the short zone, 81 to 84. And we're trading 84s now. Machines, well, it depends. It depends. Machines are programmed by humans, and you can be humans. Look at this move. Look at this. Look at this. We had an 85 print. Look at this thing. It's printing 87s now. Can we scalp it? 86s on a down tick. 86s again. 86s. 86s. Try it out, dude. It's chopping 85, 86, 85. For me at this point, it's only above these 86s, it's only longs for this stock. Prog. It's only longs here. But if it starts fading back down, I'll pull this order, and that's for sure. 87s, 88s, 89s. Now you bid it, come on. 87s, 80, come on, it's printing 89s. 87s filled on the bid at 87. '89s. Come on, 89s, let's go. 90s, 90s. 91s printing already, 91s. Coming back down. 90s again, 90s again. 89s. It's not giving, it's not giving. 89s, it's not giving. 89s, we want to see 90, 91s. 89s. 89s. That's all it's giving is 2 ticks. 90s, 89s. '91s, baby, come on, let's go. 92s. And for me, because I'm not a greedy asshole, that's where I would put my limit order. You know, if we so happen to get a flush to there, that's where I'll take it. But I'll take what it gives me in this scenario, even though this is fake money, but it doesn't matter. I'm building good habits. 93s trading now. Any sign of a downtick, I'm out of this, basically. 92s, 93s, 92s, 93s. 93s, 94s now. 93s now. And I'll take it at 92. I took it at 92. I might get back in though, because just the way it was just chopping and consolidating, I took it off at 92. Now going for a new high here, 94 again, 2 ticks higher. 95 is printing, 96 is printing. I'll bid it at 94 in this case. If I get filled, it's going 97, 98, 99. And at this point, I won't chase it. $5 evens. 503, it pushed right through that even number. Looks like our friend was right. I'll still take it on a fill here. If we get like 93s on a quick pullback, I'll take it. I'll take it. Just for a quick scalp. But if it starts doing that, I won't take it. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that flush. 94. Come on. I didn't get filled. So I'll, oh, I filled it at 93. It went right through me. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. This is a trade I'll look to scratch very quickly. 95 on the offer. 95, 96. And I scratch it for 2 ticks profit in that case. What's the difference between SPX and ES? SPX is an index. You can't trade an index. It's like the index itself. MJ. Oh my gosh. Hey man, look, you got to get that out of your, you got to get that mentality out, okay? You take what it gives you. It doesn't matter, okay? When I'm in a trade for momentum and it's starting to stall, I get out. I don't care if it rips in my favor afterwards, okay? That's called FOMO. That's called whatever. It's called being a degenerate, basically. If you're trying to run a profitable business, you take the money it gives you and you fucking get out. And if there's another opportunity, you get back in. I'm nimble enough to get back in as a scalper. I know how to scratch trades fast enough that I can get in and out very quickly. So if I had a good entry and I got out because the market told me to get out, I don't, you know, I might go back and look at that later to see if I could have potentially adjusted it a little better. But you know, 9 out of 10 times, if you're confident in reading the market and everything, you take what it gives you and get out. It's still ripping in this case. We just went for a new high up to 510. Yes, this is true, sir. Can people trade stocks with IB over SC's platform, and what data do they get in order to trade? Yes, they can do that. You can connect your IB account to Sierra Chart and trade your IB stock account. I can't comment on if it's going to be good because I haven't tried it. I haven't traded stocks in my live account. With Sierra Chart. But the second part of your question is what data they get in order to trade. This is the data provided by Sierra Chart, and you could use this data to trade your IB account and trade your, like for example, if I place an order here and I was connected to my IB account, that order would be from IB basically. And that's it. This data is better than IB's data. It's a data feed that they get from bar chart, and as you can see, it's just better. They're coming out with their own NASDAQ data feed soon, which might be even better, but I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. What I have heard about their new NASDAQ feed is that it's only going to comprise of the volume that's on NASDAQ, which is a bit problematic because when I'm reading an LTQ, or basically the volume, when I'm seeing the volume recorded at every price, I want to see like as much volume as possible. So if we're missing volume from exchanges, that's a bit of a problem, right? Because you're not seeing the whole picture. And you're never going to see the whole entire picture, but you see a lot more. So 510 is the story, guys. How many do we got? It's a pretty nice chart, PROG. I like it. I don't know. I don't have enough days loaded that I can see. Hold on, let me get it on the other chart there. PROG. Ah, okay. Wow. Okay, you're right into some daily chart resistance. I see it now. Did it pop it though? I think it has a bit of room to squeeze, just a little more room, I think. But look at the way it's pulling back here. It might just, there might not be enough time based on what it's doing here. Yeah, no, I think it might either be done right now, because I mean, look at that, it just traded right up to there. Anyhow, I just opened an IBKR account in TWS. I could find how to sell ads separately. When I average in, I want to be able to sell the ads separately. Now it's just my average. I don't know really what you're trying to say. Sorry. I would take a scalp at 497 here if we got any kind of little pullbacks. I don't think I'll get it though. This looks like the type of move where it just keeps going. Look at this, 02, 03. You might have it might have a couple cents in it. 02, 03, 04, 03, 02. I got filled at 02. Let's see, 03. Maybe a few cents, right? 03, 04, 03, 03, 04, 03. Come on, 03, 02. Still good. 03. 03, 04. Come on. There we go. 05, 06. Let's go. Come on. 06. And I scratched that at 05s. I don't know. I just hit the button. I got out at 05. I hit the bid at 05 to get out. Again, another momentum scalp. Perfect momentum. That's all it's doing. It's got good momentum though. You have charts on other monitors? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have. I was looking at a 1 minute chart. Like I'll honestly, I'll just look at a 1 minute chart. Cause look, it gives you an idea of the context, right? So I can see, okay, there's a bit of context here, there's a bit of context there. So I'm seeing, okay, we had a flush down, hold the bid, and now if we hold the bid here, 497s, I think there's a good chance it can retrace and trade into the range. In that case, that's what it did. So we were seeing some momentum. So I was saying basically, I'll take what it's giving in that scenario. I'll take what it gives until it moves again, and if it moves against you, you get out right away. Don't even think about it, you know. So I got whatever 2 or 3 cents worth of momentum there, and that's all you need. That's all you take. That's all it gives. That's all you take. That's the way I think. I don't start looking for these big fucking moves. All you guys out there trying to go for these fucking huge moves, forget all that, man. As a scalper, you take what it gives you, and that's it. That's the way I think. Because now it's reversing the other way anyways, right? So basically that momentum, the market's ebb and flow, right? So 1 minute you take a trade, the next minute that trade's no good. It's going to get your stop at that point. Because that's how the market works. It ebbs and it flows, and you know, it gets buyers and then no more buyers. Now it goes to get their stops on the other side. It got it, okay, it went to get their stops. Now it's going to chop around a bit, try to get more buyers. When it gets enough, it'll go for another leg down, etc. You know, so it ebbs and it flows and it searches for the liquidity. So you got to kind of get into the habit of learn the skill of following that, basically. There we go, open trade window. So I'm profitable by a total of 12 cents on this stock, which I believe is quite a lot. Don't scalpers easily get shaken out by market manipulators? Like, well, look, if you know how the market manipulators think, then you trade with them. You know, they hunt for your stop loss, but if you're hunting for stop losses, then what's the chance that your stop loss is going to get hit, you know? So it's a game of cat and mouse constantly, right? So if I get into a trade and my stop is getting hit, it normally means that I am a bad scalper. That's it, you know? Like, I'm not quick at managing the trade. Like, you got to know whose money you're taking, basically, if you're scalping. So if I'm gonna bid it, I gotta know that I'm betting on like momentum continuing, you know, in the case that I'm just going with the flow of the market, or I know whose money I'm taking in that case, right? So there's like a lot of these stories people come up with, bro. Don't believe the stories you hear, bro, online. There's so much crap you can read on Twitter and Reddit and all this fucking garbage, bro. Look at this. Look what you're writing. Don't like the market will hunt for your stop loss. That's a story that you created right there. It just so happens that that's how the market works. The market ebbs and it flows, right? So there's a high probability that if you stay in the market for a long enough time, your stop is going to get hit, simply because that's how it works. Let's say I buy a stock at 100, 101, 102. If I would like to sell at 102, I would like to sell the 102, add to keep my cost basis 100.5 in this example, instead of average of 101. Margie, I don't understand what exactly you mean. Like, are you trying to automate this, or are you trying to, because look, I mean, you could easily do that yourself manually, right? You submit your buy orders, and then you submit your sell order, and then you submit your other buy order. I mean, you can do all of that manually. If you had to say you wanted to automate that, it would be a little bit tricky to do, especially in interactive brokers, because it tends to be a little bit glitchy when you start working with complicated brackets and whatnot. But it might still be possible, not to say it's impossible. Got a nice little dump on that stock PROG. Basically right down to the support too. So congratulations if you if you caught the bid. Potentially at that 80 even bid or at the 77s, but again, that's a risky kind of bid. To bid it down there, you gotta be a little bit crazy. Like, you gotta be willing to buy more, like, in my opinion. And as a scalper, that's not exactly the game you play. We're not trying to catch highs and lows. Never. Never, never, never. Normally, you wait for the high to be established or the low to be established, and then you're scalping on kind of momentum. Trading is not about catching highs and lows. Really not. Really, really not. So in this case, 484 is here on PROG. I think there's a scalp off of 484 in the short term here. Yeah, 484. I think there's a scalp off of it. Let's see if we get a relatively quick fill. $86, $85, $86, $85, $86, $85. That's not good. 87. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I would like a quick flush here, just a quick flush. 84, 85, 84, 85, 85. And it doesn't want to give you 84. 85, 85. Look at that bid at 85 though. No, I'm out. I pulled that out. That's not my game to play. 84 bids traded there. 85s. 84s trading. 85s. 86s. And that would have been the trade. This would have been the trade. I'm still watching. And we're trading 84s. Yeah, I would have looked to scratch it right here. If I was long and that was 84s, I would have scratched it right here. Look at the volume trading at 84s there. That's a scratch at 84 in my opinion. 84s. And then 83s trading now. 83s. This has room to go lower. 83s trading. It also has room to just chop right there. It's probably just going to chop right there, right on that pivot. And that's it, guys. The market closes in 15 seconds, and that's the end of the story, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the stream. You guys have any last questions? Leave them in the stream. You have any questions? Leave them there, and I'll try and answer them before getting out of here. Back this week once again. Not a ticker, not a song request. May we hear a guitar solo whose energy matches how you feel after executing your trade perfectly. Dude, that's so poetic. I can't. I'm not gonna do it now. Honestly, I was about to end the stream, and I'm not really in a musical type of mood right now. Oh, MJ, yeah, you requested them, but they got lost in the chat. Sorry about that. I only keep track of the last like 4 chats, so it's hard to keep track of everything. Sorry about that. And yeah, you didn't get filled. All right, I'm gonna minimize my DOMs really quickly. Okay. Okay, I'll try and help out Margie really quickly here. Let's see. Okay. So I don't know which window you're using in TWS, but in your portfolio window, it should tell you what your average price is for the stock, meaning the stock you paid. Okay. I mean, what you paid for the thing. Now, I like to use the quote board in IB. The quote board is a pretty solid, probably the most solid thing in their whole platform, I would say. And speaking of which, these symbols right here, let's see what's happening. Let me give you guys some end of day quotes here right now. 30-year yield
Closing up the session 1.5%. 30-year SME, that's the small 30-year US Treasury yield. It trades on small exchange. Check it out. Crude oil flat. 2 years are down. Like we were experiencing earlier. Like I was telling you guys earlier about the bonds. Short-term bonds a little bit weaker in the bigger time frame. And that's it. US dollar strong. Small US dollar futures here. Small exchange. Okay. What I was saying to you, Margie, earlier is that, look, this is a quote board here, for example. So if I had a position, I would see it here on the right side of the quote board. You see average price? So it would tell me what my average paying price is if I had a position, okay? I'm not going to switch over to the account that I have positions in, but it's okay. Well, I could. I guess I could, whatever. Because I have orders here anyways. But see, look, for example, look at this stock. There's the average price for the stock, right? Okay. And the way you get that is if you have a quote board like this, you right click on any column in the quote board and you go to customize layout. And then in this menu here, you're going to be able to add that in. So you simply go to position and P&L and you'll find this position, average price, realized P&L. And that's if you want to display your average price on the screen. I haven't found a way to sell my different ads. You have to submit a separate limit orders to sell those things, right? So like in the case I showed you here, that's a buy limit order, right? There's a buy limit order and it's actually active on the marketplace right now at a price that is lower than the current market price, so it's not going to get filled. And the same would be true for a sell limit order. So you can submit a sell limit order at a price that's higher in the market price, and it's not going to get filled until the market trades at that price, until a market order gets submitted and it trades into the asking price at that point. Yeah. So the guy was asking, hey, can you play a song? I want to hear your guitar solo, which matches your energy after how you feel after executing your trading plan perfectly. Oh my gosh, dude, look, I gotta be honest with you, trading and music, they're, like I described in one video, there are some similarities in the sense that the discretionary decision making could be similar, especially in the case of like a live band improvising scenario. However, it's not the same. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. Like, dude, when I play music, I just want to chill out, you know, like it's very let loose activity. It's very like just, I want to chill. I want to like enjoy it. I want to like speak, breathe, and live freely. Trading is not about that. Trading is a little bit different. Trading is risk activity. Okay, it's high risk activity, and it's different. Okay, it makes you feel different. Basically, like for me, music is like a more of a comfort creative zone, and trading is more of like an uncomfortable risk activity. You should never feel comfortable when you're trading, basically. So that's why, unfortunately, I can't play you a song that matches the energy I feel after executing my trading plan. But maybe if I came up with something, I could do it. I don't know. And then that's it. What hobbies do you have? Do you have a girlfriend? What do you do in your free time? I'm a musician. Basically, since I've been like 10 years old, full-time music. Do I have a girlfriend? No. What do you do in your free time? I don't really have a lot of free time, so it's hard to say. But I like to relax. Like I definitely like to dedicate time to doing nothing. Whereas I've seen in the past a lot of people that don't do this. People that are always like in a rush. I see this a lot, especially with some musicians. Like some of these guys, you can't even like stand and talk to a guy because they're always in a rush. You're talking to the guy, stand next to him. It's like, hey, how you doing, man? Whatever. And then you talk to him for about 2 minutes, and then he's off to something else. Like his attention span is just so short that you can't they can't even like just chill out and like talk to you for a minute, because they're in a rush to do something, And like that's just not a healthy way to live, in my opinion. So definitely I dedicate time to do nothing. And I think this is important. That's my style of doing it, right? So for example, now getting off the stream, I have things to do. So unfortunately, it's not free time. But when I finish the next video, that is going to be out most probably tomorrow night, then I'll have some free time to do whatever I want. And then I'll do some crazy stuff. I'm going to go to the bar, play some music with my friends, and that's it. Traders are loners, no girlfriend. You hire escorts instead. That's very funny. Thanks. No problem, Margie. FIFO rules, probably not letting Margie sell the different ads. Don't you blast your music in the background while you trade? It depends. As escorts broker has lower commissions compared to GF. All right, I'll let you guys have fun with that stuff. Okay, so guys, I'm out of here. All right, I wish you guys a great evening and stay out of trouble. All right, take care. Bye. Don't forget to like the stream. Also, take care. Ciao.